Alright, weekly analysis on all the major forex pairs. That's what we're going to do right now. And we're on EURUSD on the daily time frame. And what we can see on the daily time frame is we've got this big weekly. We have a weekly imbalance here. You can see we've got this weekly imbalance. Maybe I should have started with the markings off, but you can clearly see the weekly imbalance. 50% of the imbalance is marked out by that line there. Okay, because we're bullish, we're expecting more upside, at least to take out these highs, and we're going to need to know where we can continue buys from. So we look for inefficiencies below. As we can see, this weekly candle has now engulfed the last bullish candle, so something has clearly ended there, and with that fractal break of that low there, we're now looking for at least a retracement or reversal, right? In this case, we're looking for a retracement. All right, so with that out the way, if we go to our Elliott Wave count, we got 1, 2, still looking for a 3 in black. And if we count from here inside the potential third wave in black, we've got 1, 2, or 1, 2. Wherever I put the 1, we'll just look on the smaller time frames to try and get that more accurate. But at the end of the day, there's a 1, there's a 2 in here. So 2 came down to 50%. That's good. We got a 3, looking for a 4 and a 5. There is one thing to be aware of here, that we did touch the 0.886 fib here. Yeah. Now doing that from the bottom of 1 to the top of 1, we pull the fib retracement from the bottom of 1 to the top of 1, and we hit the 0.86. That makes it lower probabilities of a 2 wave here, and higher probabilities that this is a B. Only other thing that could be is if this is some kind of a, if it ended in some kind of a WXY, so we didn't have to take the low, then we'd start our count here. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be in the first wave going up on the weekly time frame. So that's something to bear in mind there. And we'll come to know when this finishes, when the purple count is finished and we've got our clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At that point then, we're looking to come down and make the black 4. If we come down to make the black 4 and then we go too deep, so for argument's sake, let's just mark from the bottom of 2 and say it ends here, 3. Yeah. Say if 3 ends up ending here, and we come down and we touch this red line here, the 1618, then this is not going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in black. Okay, that will invalidate it. Doesn't mean we're not going up, it just means there's a different count. So then it could be a zigzagging 1, zigzagging 2, zigzagging 3, zigzagging 4, zigzagging 5, correction, and then carry on up. So currently everything is clear in the Elliott Wave perspective that this is to be a 5-wave move. And if I just measure the extension from the beginning of 1 to potentially the end of 1 here to the end of 2, okay, that would tell us that we've got 1, 2, 3 doing 4, because we've come to the 1618, and notice our no candles closed above the 1618 on the weekly time frame. That indicates to me that we've had a 3 and we're doing 4, and 5 comes after, so still higher. And if we're going based on liquidity, we snatch this slightly, the next liquidity is this high. Okay, I wouldn't use this in this supply zone. I don't expect this supply zone to hold. We've had an 886 here, hit here. These lows, these highs look relatively equal. We got one high just on the left of it. That could be used for liquidity also. I do believe we're bullish. This being a 1 and this being a 2 on the biggest time frame. Looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of here. Ultimately, that's what we're looking for. So go to the daily time frame. Okay, and this is just nice. I like to see this because it just makes trading so easy for me. We got the 1, we got the 2, or the A and the B. Regardless of that, we've got a good 1 here, and yes, that does look like the high. Okay, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, and the 2 came to the 50%. Perfect. Took off. You know that's a free just looking at it. Just looking at the angle it takes to the upside. Yeah, it's the most direct route. When we get third waves, we're more impulsive. And we've come to the 1618, taken from the low to the high of 1 down to 2. Okay. So let me just clarify that so we don't think that I'm taking it from there. If you see here, that's lined up with this low. See here, that's lined up with this 1. Okay. That's where we're measuring from, not this. We're measuring from here. 1, 2, 3. So this 2, now this 2 is now important to look for. We're not doing the black one yet. This one is where we'd put our fib to now look for this purple 4. We cannot touch the 1618. We have demand here. We might just tap it and just avoid the 0.618. 0.618, okay. We may not touch that demand. 50% of the imbalance is this line here. I'd say that's a good place to look for buys from. To continue up, so this keeps moving. To continue up and get the purple 5, which is your black 3, so then we can go for the black 4. This might come up higher. We'll see. Okay, so this obviously is if 3 ends there. That's it, so yeah. Okay, even better. This was, I was doing a demonstration, I didn't move it down. So if that's our 3, we're looking for 4. We can't touch the 618, which now means the demand zone is in play. We can come down to this demand zone. We can bounce from 50% here. Or what we probably will do, something like this, where we come down below that 50 mark, tap there, go higher, break structure, and then what you'll see on the lower time frames is that the bodies are above this 50%, this 50% line here. So we'll be respecting 50% of this fair value gap or this imbalance. This is a weekly imbalance, so yeah, as you can see from the drawing here, it basically dip below the 50 as well, but we want to see bodies closed above both this 50 fib and this 50% of the imbalance. And it doesn't really matter if it goes like that. It's just something I often see and I'm expecting to see, especially with this demand there and the 618 here that we can't touch. So I'll see rejection wicks and bodies closing above that area to carry on price to the upside. And that's on the daily, and I expect to see the same thing on the 4-hour where the bodies close above. So now this is in the right place. That's great. We can take off the fibs that we don't need. Yeah, this is the black 4 we're looking for that after we get the black 3. Well, we could channel this. I would prefer to channel the main one too. It's not uncommon for you get 1, 2, and you break out, 3 is on the way. So that's 3 is on the way for this black 1, 2, hence why we channeled it from this. This is the main start of the bullish trend. This is internal. Okay, so we had our 1, had our 2, broke out. We know that 3 that means 3 is on the way. Okay, so 3 is still yet to complete in black, and it's common for price to come back, touch the top of the channel, and then carry on. As you can see, that top of the channel lines up perfectly with the order block we got here. Perfectly to stop price from as a support level to stop it hitting the 0.618. Lines up with the 50 and of the box and the 50% FIP. So yeah, I don't even, right, I'll leave the 3821 there because you can see how price manipulates when it gets there. I like paying attention to things like that because it's going to try and act like it's going up from there, and it actually could, but I doubt that. So Monday I'm looking for down, or from an hour and 6 minutes from now, when the market opens, we might already be going down. We might gap down here. That would be beautiful. I'd wait for the spreads to go down and start looking for buy positions at 10 p.m, 11 p.m. That would be great. I'd really like to see that. Get me in a trade quickly. Yeah, that's Euro USD. There's nothing else to say on Euro USD. That's my markup on FXCM. Started to do the count on the ABC. So we'll go down now to, actually let's go to AUDUSD first. AUDUSD is quite different. This is what these two blue lines are representing, to two potential higher probability paths that price will take. Basically, I'm saying that price is either going to do this or it's going to do this. Okay, something like this. Nip that low and break structure and go higher. Okay, so that's my two biases. This is different because we've got a 1 coming out of here. Okay, and there's a very bullish one where the first wave with 1 wave is the longest impulse in the impulse. It's the extended wave, yeah? We got the 1, the 2. The 2 comes to about the 0.236, which is what you'd like to see. Where's the rules? Let me get the rules out. It's always good to have the rules written down somewhere you can see them quickly when you're trading Elliott Wave. Okay. Okay. Laptop is moving really slow, man. I've got too many things going on in the background. Alright, there's my extended wave 1. Notes. So as you can see here, that's supposed to say 0.236. So between the 0.236 and the 0.382 is where we'd expect the 2 waves to end on 1, which we got. It would be between those two. I'll measure it in a sec. Wave 4, sorry, would be similar. Okay, we can see there 50% is uncommon. Same with wave 2 target. And then after that, all it is that as a target area for wave 5 there. Fib extension from 1 to 2 like this. 1 to 2, and it should hit like the 0.786. Okay, yep, we hit the 0.786 nicely. And that's the rules there. So target area for wave 5 is a fib extension from the start of 1 to the end of 2, and wave 5, yeah, it should equal, yeah, between the 0.618 and the 0.786. Okay. One more thing you can do is compare wave 2 with wave 4 in time. 4 should be longer in time than 2. Well, 2 you can see right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. 4 we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get the picture. All the rules align here. I do believe we got a 1, 2. I didn't even do all of the checks until just now. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 making the black one. This can be our black 2 in a zigzag. Problem I have with that is that there's so often price will get people in the bullish trends, come and swipe it, get people bearish and then go higher. So one thing that has helped me a lot with this is the time aspect of it. If I go from the beginning of wave 1 to the end of wave 1, okay, and we want wave 2 to at least be longer. So we've got that. We don't have that here, sorry. We don't even have that. The very, very minimum is the 0.382, which we've had. But now I've seen this, I am much more believing that we'll probably do this and then go higher. Because it's more common for wave 2 to be like 1618, the length of 1, or higher, 2 times, 3 times longer. You know, not 0.382. So bringing it to here, I thought I had 16. Yeah, this is the 1618. You know, I'd favor that, something like that. So I would, looking at this currently, I would be looking for downside. a little bit more downside on this than on euro, because I do think we'll come and swipe that low. Now, if we come down here and we accumulate, we manipulate lows, break structure to the upside, yes, I will buy it. I'll buy it and I'll accept that as the 2. Currently, I think that's what's going to happen. I'll obviously be updating constantly. We'll see. But yeah, I think this is how we're going to catch everyone off guard, grab these lows and then absolutely rock it up. And so one thing I can do again, one more thing I can do is, since potentially we have an unfinished corrective movement down, and we know that corrective price action tends to stay within a channel, okay? Right, within a channel, that would be A, that would be B, okay? Then we check out what again, we could have a finish 2. Okay, we're just gonna check out, if we don't, what could this be that we've got coming down right now? And first thing I think of is see the depth retracement. We've hit the 886, confirming this is more likely corrective, okay? But like if we're coming down, this corrective, at the same time this could still be a 1, 2, and then go up higher. But the point of the 0.886 lets us know that this isn't a 1, 2. So it could be an AB, it could be a WX, or it could just be a move that's coming up to take out the high. In other words, a 1, A, B, C, and 2, then we go up in a 3. Okay, so that can happen. That can definitely happen. So I'll be looking for accumulation in here, just in case. Probabilities for that lower, if this move coming down comes and hits the 0.886 over here. Okay, which is in line with the 618 over there as well. This 618 isn't for your fourth wave, it's just fifth from there to there. We hit the 618, so that's potentially a 2. We had it over there. Okay, and this can be a 1. This can be a 1 or this. There's a 5-wave move in here. If we take this low, then I'm taking that as a 1. A, B, C, 2. It's likely we will take the low because we've hit the 886. So basically, we've got equal lows. We even did take the low. Okay. We've taken that low. So we're looking for what happens, how price develops here, okay? Potentially 4, 5. Potentially that can be 1. This being a 1 is a bit tricky because if I go 1, 2, I would have to go 1, 2 again because we came into there. Unless we got 1 to here and 2, then we've come and taken that low. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That can work for 3, but then this would be 4. And that can work. Doesn't hit there. Problem is 1, 2. Okay, you're not going to hit the 618 here. You're not going to hit that. 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, cool. We can have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but if you compare 1 to 5, 5 is enormous to 1. So yeah, we'll wait and see. It's all we need to see right now is an accumulation in here or a break of this low, and we'll have a much better understanding of what's going on. But for sure, this is my 1. This is 2 finished. If it is, then this is another 1, and this is another 2, and we'll go up in 3. Monday false move week beginning would be a good reason why they would come down and take the low. So you've got your higher time frame traders seeing that breaker structure, wanting to get into sells for the week, or for Tuesday to put in the low, and then Wednesday or Tuesday to come up and take them out and continue going higher. That will be the liquidity that they use. When we come to take out this 1, I expect to really shift out. If we don't, and we make some kind of close up here and come down, probably getting a leading diagonal. And that can happen. So down to GBPUSD. GBPUSD, let's go into the daily. GBP is giving me one of the most clearest counts currently. Okay, this is a clear 1, 2, no 886 hit, no problems there. Inside the 3, for the purple 3, we got the green count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, each with their own 5s inside. That counts well. That gives us our green 3 and our green 5 and our purple 3. So we want to see a purple 4. Okay, now this 2 is all the way down here. I've drawn the fib extension from the bottom of 2 to the top of 3, and we cannot hit the 618. Prior 4th wave, okay, for this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's here. Okay, this is the fourth wave inside the fifth wave. So as to not get confused and expect price to go up from this level and make a new high based on reaching that fall. No, that's not the case. We need it to reach this fall. That's just the internal 5. Okay, but this higher time frame structure has just done its 5, and now we're looking to come down. Or it's just done the purple 3. Now we're coming to the purple 4. We can't cross this red line here. We have a good order block here. We have an imbalance here. We also have the midline of the channel over here, which could be used. It's likely will be. I think we'll probably fill all of this. Do something like this. You're always looking for breaker structure. If you want to trade safe, you'll get one. You'll always get one. Yeah, I think we're coming down. Monday, false move week beginning. Bring it down. We could do it slow and correctively. I mean, even if we got a 535, which would be the quickest way, we could do it like, say like that, and then looking for that. Okay, once it's clear, I'll be able to channel it as well, which will help us watch what price is doing. And this is exactly the type of behavior we're looking for. That would be the easiest way, but sometimes this B wave won't come up so high, so the channel could be a bit more like this or something like that. Because it depends what we get for the corrective wave. We don't know what we're going to get, how it's going to move down yet. So yeah, this is a demand area, but I do not expect it to hold. I expect price to come up. All right, so we're on the daily. Let's go to a smaller time frame. Right. Maybe we come up, tap something, and continue lower. Or we just open, gapping down a bit. But I mean, something tells me, there's a slim chance of getting something to come up and just poke the high and drop. But I'm not looking for that because it doesn't really match the analysis. If I do look at this, what would support that idea is look at how far out the 4 hour is, and it's at the oversold level. But I find that the most accurate, most important analysis always falls down to Elliott Wave. And if that is my count, and I have no fault in this count, unless you want to do 1, 2, 1, 2, which just happens to apply with all the rules for the 4, and then we get a 3, and we get a right, and then we get a 4, 5, 4, 5, then come down. That can happen. So we've got to keep our eyes on the price action. I prefer down. I do want down. So that Tuesday, Wednesday, we can get some amazing buys. We've got news on Monday. So we got 9:30 news for the pound. It's not major, is it? And again, it can make major moves with that actually. And it'd just be fitting to come and close this gap real quick. Send people up and then dump. Something along the lines of that. Now I want to put the EMAs on. And I want to see if price is going to make a substantial move down. I want to see some kind of trap above the 50 EMA. I'd prefer to see that. So maybe price comes down here, the EMA comes lower a bit, and then we come up. So say this EMA is traveling down, and then price does something like this, grabs liquidity into that supply, and then breaks structure to come down. If I see that, I'm definitely selling down, down. Because the 800 DMA, the 50% of the channel, the imbalance, and also the order block. Also, we don't want to hit the 1618. So yeah, that's pound, and we'll do NZDUSD now. NZDUSD, we started off this potential bullish trend. Really nice. I really like it. Might be my favorite count actually. In a 1 in the leading diagonal, then a 2 in green. So we got the channel. We haven't broken out yet. That's the problem with this count. So that's automatically saying, all right, cool. Potentially we're getting a diagonal here because we've got a full 5-wave count here, a full 5-wave count in here in a diag. It's still a 5-waver. We got 5, we got 3, we got 5. Now I'm not expecting this to be a correction and we go down and take the low. So 5, 3, 5, I'm thinking zigzag, zigzag, correction, rise. So I'm saying what we've got going on here is a leading diagonal. And when we get that 4, okay, we'll have these conversion lines. Price will come and see that 5, all right, around this area. Do some trapping moves and then literally come down in a 3 to go back up again. That is what I'm looking for on NZDUSD. That's how it looks on the 4-hour, and it looks good to me. So down, up, down. If that's the case, that I'm gonna be watching this and the pound, and the euro, obviously the euro, because the one thing I do know is NZDUSD doesn't have far down it can go for this count to be true, and this is the only count that I see as high probability. The next thing would be ABC crash, or ABC in a W, say ABC in the X and ABC in the Y. I just want to pull out the 0.382. So for an X, 0.382 is a decent retracement. So we could end at X there still, but if we're looking for lower, we could come down here. We could come down here into this latest demand, and then that would give us, I wouldn't be so much looking for a diagonal anymore. I definitely wouldn't, because the moment price comes anywhere like here, where we don't have conversion lines anymore, and that's a requirement for a diagonal. So it would be it would be ABC and W, ABC and an X, and then ABC and a Y. So we could even take this low and then go higher again. It's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is this, and then a corrective move, and then higher. That's what I'm looking for. So we have a lot of news next week because I can see price spiking around. So Monday's 24. So Wednesday the 26th. Trying to see how potentially these events could take place. GBP 930. That's gonna, what that news does is gonna give me so much clues. Because if this, as long as it doesn't do nothing, if this causes us to, trap some buyers, trap some sellers, make an impulsive move, okay, because that's the earliest news I'm seeing so far. If that happens, and then hold on, I still think price can come here before it goes higher, and I wouldn't buy it here, so it is what it is. I don't know if you checked my other videos. I've been buying. I've got buys. I'm already in buys. I'm expecting higher. I want to add to my buys, but I won't do it here. Even though we broke this wick high, I need lower price, but we'll come back to that. That I'll update that and it'll be on the channel. If this makes a mad move, first thing I'm gonna do is look at NZDUSD and AUDUSD. That's the first thing I'm doing. If pound is doing that, then I expect all to take this low and give me that too. Was already expecting that anyway. But as for euro, yeah, it can come down here to this 4. We've had that 3. It'll be a zigzag. Something, I don't know. I don't even know that. Something makes me feel like it's going to be a zigzag. 8:30. That's the earliest news. That could snitch on the pound. I really, really want to see what the euro does at 8:30. And likelihood is I'll be up at 8. And then next news, there's news on Tuesday for all of these pairs. So that's it for my analysis on the USD major pairs. And you know what? We're gonna just throw in USDJPY as well. Let's do this. I want to start from the weekly. And I want to clean. Actually, this is cool. Too much word. 1, 2, 3, 4. That counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Giving us a discount. Looks great to me. Where's the first one? Okay. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The beautiful trend. 2. So you can see an example. If that is the end of 2, because it could be WXY. That could be 2. Okay. But otherwise, there's an example of when time, measuring time, wasn't as helpful. Yeah, we didn't even hit the 0.382. So I'm going with 2 here. I'm going with 2 over there. And a WXY. Could be here. It could be there. But yeah, basically a running flat. No, it's not a running flat. We didn't take the high. WXY. Then we get 1, 2, or 1, 2, wherever it is. We got a 1 and a 2 here. A 3 and a 4 here. And then from here we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet. I like how UJ does its impulses. When it's going, it's going. It's going. It's quick, man. Look at the 4th. It's just a zigzag go. You don't get the extra bits that you see on a lot of the other pairs, or at least we haven't in this instance. We would have done that, came back down, grabbed it again, and did something like this for a 4th wave. At least it was a simple zigzag, and then we went off. Again, zigzag. It could just be an A wave. In fact, I'm thinking it is an A wave. Okay. Like if this was your 4, it'd be just like the previous 4. So I acknowledge it can be. So now this is what I need to get into on the smaller time frames. Because we do have a nice 5 coming up, potentially a 1. What we want to know is this an A, B? And then we're going to get a C? Or is this actually my 4? And that's a 1, 2. we're gonna get this. So I'm gonna jump down into the 4 hour right after I check the TDI. Alright, looks good to come up. And over here, we're outside at the 50 static. Okay. Now the way this has come down is clearly a zigzag. That was a prior fourth wave, and we manipulated its low and got an impulse up. I'm currently of the bias that all I'm looking for is a free waver down to buy, and this looks like a zigzag, a free waver. Yeah, a B, a C, okay, as in a 5. 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Choppy, but 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Choppy, but 5. Okay, so it's definitely corrective, this action, this price action. I've got A, B, C for a 2. And we've reached a decent fib retracement. I'd say 618 fib. We've hit the 618 fib. Broke out the channel. We can get rid of all of this because everything we can do it again. Okay. We got bullish divergence there. That's what that red line would have been. So at the end of this move, potential end, we are having bullish divergences. So from the end of the A wave, we've made 1, 2, 3, 4 lower lows, right? But here we've made nothing but higher lows. Okay, this low is higher than this low. This low is lower than this low. That means they're trapping sellers. In other words, they want to buy. So literally, I need to count an impulse or a diag in here, then a 3 waver, and I'll be looking for upside. Ending diagonal here. That's good. Challenge the supply wick. Didn't take it out. It's about getting this count because this could be A, B, C corrective, and then we get another 5 wave move down. That's longer than that. It was already on the chart. Okay. So it's only just a bit longer. Potentially we could have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a leading diag. Potentially. But I don't think it's gonna look great with the conversion, with that part of it. Doesn't look great. I don't like it. This whole thing could be 1, then we get 2, which 2 may not be finished, may be finished. We did grab liquidity into the demand, but it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a diag. But this is not an impulse. That's clear. That's not an impulse. We'd have to go 1, 2, 1, 2, second 1, 2 as a longer 1, 2, longer in time and price, especially that 2. But this is like 1 candle and a bit, and this is many candles. So that gives me AB. So it could be ABC in a A or a 1. There we go. We could have this leading diagonal right here. I almost missed it. I would have hated to miss that. Doesn't make sense. Right. We can have a leading diagonal here, and a 1, 2, 3, 4 comes into 1 and 5. Okay. The fourth wave is smaller in time and price than the second wave. The third wave is now shorter than the first wave, which is perfect, which is much more common. 1-to-1 in the red over here says that this is shorter than this. That's what we want to see. And then the fifth wave is clearly the shortest wave. And the fourth wave entered there. That's a good look. Now, I'm happy with that being a 1. Of course, it could have tricked me. It could be A, B, C, and we're going lower. I think, this is what I currently think. I still think we're in a corrective move. I think we're going to either, we could get a triangle here, but then that would then stop this being impulsive, because you don't get B wave, 2-wave triangles. You can get B wave triangles. What is in my mind, I keep thinking, are we going to get this? That's what I'm thinking. But at the same time, I do know we liquidated some lows here. And is this impulsive? That's what I need to be looking at. Is this impulsive, or is this one of them tricks in the B or the X waves that try to make it look like it's impulsive, and then price goes the other way? Currently, I'm going with corrective. Because as much as this could be a leading diagonal, I'll say it's an A, B, C, because if it was a 1, 2, 3, price did not need to come down here. And you could say, okay, we're doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diagonal like that. I just don't think so. I think we're going to come down again and then go higher. So that's what I'll be looking for. Price actually enter this zone again before going higher. Or this is all corrective and price just goes lower. Monday's development will give us a lot of clues. The only thing with this is there's no dollar or JPY news until Thursday. I believe the 26th is going to be Thursday, right? No, it's going to be Wednesday. So that makes me even think, no, let me not even. Wednesday, big move. Probably the best time to trade this would be Tuesday or Wednesday, but not Monday. Not Monday. It probably could be doing this on Monday. Something like this. You know, I'm not even saying it's definitely going up after. But my bias is that it's going up after. Let's get that clear. That is my bias. In case we get some crazy WXY and we swipe the low one more time, I'm seeing this as a corrective 3-wave move. And if you do recall on the higher time frame, we've got an impulsive move here. We've come down, we touched the 618 here. This is corrective. It's contained inside parallel lines. And I can count a 5, a 3, and a 5. We've grabbed the low. We've entered demand. Did we hit the demand level? I hope so, because it'll make it more likely to continue higher. We didn't hit this demand zone. We just missed it. Doesn't matter. We did hit this. But this does have its own imbalance underneath. I'm just going to mark it out. It's a point of interest. It's a point of interest, and as the price as the market opens. I mean, even during Asian session, we could get a lot of clues as to what's going on. It's just if the price wants to move. Because I've got a good idea of both things that could happen here. But I will say I'm bullish on UJ, which means I'm expecting bullishness from the dollar against the yen. So maybe the yen is just going to be weak because I do expect the dollar pairs to move up against the dollar ultimately. So I'm just going to put on we can remove the drawings for this. I'm going to put on the indicators. I'm looking for a W formation to appear by Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday for UJ to then start going back up. So I think we've got our first leg. We're going to get A, B, C, and continue higher. So that's it. I'm going to post this. I'll do an update on some other stuff later. Let me know of anything you want me to do a video on. Please like and subscribe and leave comments of anything you want me to check out. Trade safe. Peace.